What's going on, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you with Brendon Nelson on the speakerphone. So far, we just want to talk our thoughts in this free agency process so far. Brendon, say what's up, man.
Hey, Sam Dog. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It's the most exciting time of the year if you're a football fan, in my opinion, anyway.
Our opinions both, to be exact, but man, all the craziness going on, this Tom Brady thing, Tom Brady to Tampa Bay, and then Phillip Rivers to Indianapolis Colts for the quarterbacks, two new quarterbacks finding two new homes after leaving their respected homes for 20 and 16 years. Is like, man, and then we just also had the breaking news that the Seahawks are bringing back Bruce Irvin, courtesy Brendon Nelson just told me before we started this video.
Yeah, he is back. We've all been sitting around wondering what we're going to do about, the edge rusher, and we have at least part of a solution now, bringing in Bruce.
Yeah, we do have a solution with Bruce now. It's just, how much more does Bruce Irvin still have in the tank since his last go around with us? And I mean, obviously he's coming back to Ken Norton Jr. I mean, he played good in Norton's system back originally from our Super Bowl year, but I mean, how much more has he got now? I mean, there's a lot changing with players. Players getting older.
I mean, Bruce Irvin was never the greatest pass rusher in the world, even in his best years, even in his prime. Actually, last year he had 8.5 sacks for the Panthers, which was one of the best totals of his career. So he probably does have something left. I don't think this can be the whole solution. To me, it's nice to bring him in. We'll have to see these contract numbers. We'll have to see what kind of money he got. That's obviously going to heavily influence how I feel about this pickup. But it does address one of the issues that we definitely had to deal with. We've obviously lost Quentin Jefferson.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills.
So we'll wait to see the money. I don't think this is going to be the thing that solves our problems at that position, though. So we still have a lot of players out there to look at who play on the defensive line.
Reed's back. Reed's back.
So, yeah, Reed is back. So we're betting on him being able to play like he played in 2018, which, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But to me, there are still a few really good, really talented defensive edge rushers out there, and we need to go get them. Like a guy that I've really liked over the last couple of weeks is Marcus Golden.
From the
Played on
Giants.
the Giants last year, had 10 sacks.
Yeah, one Giants fan that's been on my YouTube channel said he wants Marcus Golden off his team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously at this point, everything you get, you're not going to be thrilled with the options necessarily, because some of the really desirable options are off the board.
Yeah.
In some cases, they spent more money than I would have been comfortable this team spending. Like, as an example, Robert Quinn was a guy that I really wanted, but Chicago gave him 5 years, and I didn't feel comfortable giving a guy like Robert Quinn 5 years. He's already 29 years old.
No doubt about that. I mean, we don't really want to overpay. And then I saw Yannick Ngakoue's Instagram story. There was a rumor going on. Like, I saw what looked like Yannick Ngakoue was in SeaTac Airport, and we know that trade rumor that they put out there with us in Jacksonville potentially doing a trade, which would require us to give them a first-round pick and then exchange second-round picks, including one of the other second-round picks I think we got in that Frank Clark trade, which I don't know about. Will it happen, this Yannick Ngakoue thing? And then the possible there is still the rumors that the Seahawks could be trying to bring back Jadeveon Clowney, with the other rumors of Dallas and the Jets and the Giants being in the mix to try to get him.
Well, one thing with those teams, like the Jets, they just gave a bunch of money to George Fant, so their ability to sign Clowney gets hamstrung by that. The Cowboys, they just gave a bunch of money to Amari Cooper, so they have less money to spend on a guy like Clowney. So Clowney, to me, and he only needs one team, but he is running out of teams that can even try to give him the kind of money that he's looking for.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for Clowney to hopefully re-sign in Seattle at a salary much less than he was projected to get, because realistically, I like Clowney. I like him. He's a good player. He does a lot of things really well, but I don't think he was ever the kind of defensive player who deserved $120 million. And I think the rest of the league has kind of realized that as well.
Oh, yeah, for
so
sure.
Hopefully, in a couple of days, he realizes he's not going to get the giant payday that he dreamed of, and he'll take a little be a big part of the puzzle on our defensive line.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, and that DeForest Buckner trade that the 49ers pulled with the Colts kind of was part of that killing reason, too, with what DeForest Buckner got paid by Indianapolis.
Right, well, I mean, DeForest Buckner is a much better player than Clowney. I mean, DeForest Buckner might be a top 2 or top 3 defensive lineman in the entire NFL. He's right up there with Aaron Donald.
He is, and that's why he got that money, and Frisco wasn't even going to be able to afford to bring him back, especially since they decided to pay that 5-year deal to Eric Armstead.
Mm-hmm. But I want to turn back to the Yannick discussion because he's kind of the crown jewel. He's kind of the best prospect you could still get in this free agency period. I know he's not really a free agent, but he's kind of the best we could get. He's young. He's very talented. He has elite production. So with the signing yesterday of B.J. Finney, which I really like, I think that's given us some flexibility to consider moving our first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
Because before today, I would have said, we can't trade our draft picks. We need those draft picks because we have so many things to address. But the B.J. Finney signing has me thinking maybe that gives us the flexibility to move a draft pick. And maybe it opens the door for us to acquire Yannick in that trade. So, reading the tea leaves on this, I think that the Yannick trade is back on the table. I think that now that we have some solutions at center, holding on to our first-round pick is no longer the dire necessity that I thought it was even yesterday. And I think that it's very possible that something gets done there. And if we got Yannick, that would immediately calm my concerns. That would give us Yannick, Reed, Irvin, and Puna on the front line. We would have guys like L.J. Collier coming off the bench.
Yeah.
We would have Rasheem Green coming off the bench. We would have probably a couple of draft picks, rookie defensive tackles coming off the bench. And I feel like that would probably be something I would feel pretty comfortable about going into 2020.
Yeah, but you and me have been saying we need to get pressure on those opposing quarterbacks in the past, and that's just one thing we have to get back to doing is controlling that line of scrimmage. We just got to get back to hitting the quarterbacks. I mean, even when we had that addition of Clowney, we were still having trouble getting to the quarterbacks.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes to what Clowney is. He is a disruptor. He ruins plays, but he doesn't finish plays. He's never been a guy who gets like 15 sacks. He's never been that guy. If you remember that Cardinals game last year, the Cardinals game where we won, the week 4.
The pick six game. The pick 6 game.
Yeah. Michael Kendricks had 2 sacks in that game, and both those sacks were created because Clowney ruined the play.
Right.
And Kendricks just kind of cleaned it up. So that's what Clowney is, and that's why if we decide to bring back Clowney, that's fine, but we also have to get somebody else to actually be the guy who finishes those plays. Last year, we didn't really have that guy, and that's why we got pressure on a lot of plays, but it didn't result in anything useful.
Is that why you think we could go address this in the draft?
Well, I think that's possible. I'm not in love with that. I think that with the exception of the elite prospects that we're not going to be able to get, most defensive linemen are not superstars from the jump.
Yeah.
You do get guys like last year you had Bosa. He was immediately an elite defensive lineman, but we don't have the ability to draft one of those guys. So, to me, addressing our issues on the defensive line through the draft is dangerous. And I would prefer to get an established veteran, somebody who we know can get it done. Like
Everson Griffin, because I've been seeing rumors about Everson Griffin possibly coming back here, because Everson Griffin played for Pete Carroll at USC back in his college days.
That would actually be really good too. He's still out there.
Linval Joseph went to the Chargers. Linval Joseph went to the Chargers.
Yeah, Linval Joseph went to the Chargers. I wasn't really that interested in Linval Joseph personally, especially not now that we brought back Reed. Yeah. But we still probably do need one more defensive tackle, either through the draft or through free agency, so that's a consideration as well. Some of the names I talked about in my video a few days ago, they're still out there, still available to be signed. Some of them are not getting the monster contracts that I thought, like Jason Hargraves. I thought Jason Hargraves was going to get close to $80 million. Yeah. He didn't get close. He signed with the Eagles.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that, by the way, that's a really dangerous interior
Yeah, we did have some issues with that Philly pass rush a bit in that first game last year, in the first 17-9 game, the one that had the Malik Turner and the Rashad Penny touchdowns, and
Right.
and then I mean, even though most of their offense was banged up, but I mean,
Right.
Philadelphia's always been one of those unpredictable teams in the NFC East. They've always been an unpredictable team.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the kind of front office that I really like. They're really forward thinking. They're trying to find the newest innovations in how to look at football. They're trying to find the considerations that a lot of people haven't thought about yet in terms of how to evaluate players and how to run a team. That's the kind of stuff that I wish we would do more often, and I think it's the kind of stuff that a lot of fans wish their teams would do, because it's netted pretty tremendous results ever since 1999, really.
What about
The next thing, so about free agency, the next thing that I'm really looking for is who are we going to cut and who are we going to restructure with? It seems like we were really hesitant right now to release some of these players. Like, if you look around the league, a lot of players, including some pretty high-profile players, are just getting released. We have a couple guys on this team that just really need to get cut, and I'm waiting for it to happen because that is going to free up cap space that allows us to go after guys.
Yeah, because I know you want Justin Britt gone. I've seen you express it on other videos too, and then, I mean...
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. Hopefully BJ Finney was kind of a precursor to be allowing us to move on from Britt, which I understand. You don't want Joey Hunt to go into 2020 as your only center. So hopefully BJ Finney getting released opens the door for us to... BJ Finney getting signed opens the door for Britt to get released.
Yeah, but what about any other big center that's coming up in the draft, though, too? I know you mentioned some names. Didn't you say one of your top centers that you wanted in the draft was playing at Washington State?
Yeah, he's not a big name at all. He's somebody who might go in the 6th or 7th round, but I do like him. His name is like Maui Goa, and he's been, the starting center at Wazoo, and they pass the ball a lot at Wazoo, so I kind of like that because it proves that he has some idea of how to pass block. But he's a project. At this point, the thing is, and I want to talk about the BJ Finney thing a little bit because that's been my favorite move we've done so far. He, at Pittsburgh, played left guard, right guard, center, and he was also a 6th offensive lineman in some jumbo sets. So the reason why I was so excited about bringing in BJ Finney was he can play. He could replace Upati if Upati leaves.
Yeah.
He could replace Fluker if Fluker continues to not play very well. He could replace Justin Britt if Justin Britt gets cut or goes out there next year and plays poorly. And he could replace George Fant because obviously Fant has gone to the Jets, and Fant was the guy we brought in as a 6th offensive lineman on our jumbo set. So for $8 million over 2 years, which is really, really cheap when you think about how much money George Fant just got, we've gotten a guy who could contribute in 4 different locations next year, which is why I really like that. And it gives us flexibility to reconsider how we want to spend our draft picks and how we want to sign free agents.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that thought that the Jets overpaid for Fant.
They probably did by a little bit. I thought Fant was going to get about $9 million a year. He got 10. But, that's the going rate for tackles nowadays. I promise you, Jermaine Ifedi is going to get like $15 million a year from somebody.
It's not going to be us, though.
Hopefully it's not going to be us. I've heard Denver's interested in him. The more offensive linemen go off the board, the more likely it is that we bring back Ifedi. Unfortunately, I still don't think it's going to happen. I think it would have happened by now. But I don't think it's going to be us. Maybe the market just dries up and he ends up having to settle for a lot less. But the Cardinals gave DJ Humphries $45 million for 3 years, and DJ Humphries is no better than Jermaine Ifedi. So you would think somebody would do it.
Yeah, other than that, though, too, I heard the news earlier about the freaking Denver Broncos trading for the pass rusher from the Titans, Jarrell Casey.
Yeah, Denver's loading up, actually. Denver really might put together something this year. They signed a offensive lineman, Glasgow, from Detroit, who was the guy that I kind of liked, but they gave him a lot of money. So I wasn't too sad about missing out on him. I think Denver's loading up a little bit. I think they really might be something this year.
They did lose Chris Harris though to their rival Chargers.
Yeah, that's true. But I think they always kind of knew they were going to lose him this off season. I think that was always kind of the plan. And he's getting to the age where if you pay him a big contract, you could easily regret it.
Yeah, we've been there before with some guys. That's for sure.
Every team has. I mean, the Rams just gave Andrew Whitworth a 3-year deal.
Saw that
and
earlier.
Andrew Whitworth is like 39 years old. So there's a very good chance they end up regretting that immediately.
Yeah, depending on how many sacks they give up that they give up, and then also there's the. What are we gonna do about secondary? With the players we have like Shaquille Griffin, Trey Flowers, Quandre Diggs, and Bradley McDougall. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about the
secondary? I don't think we need to address our secondary. I would maybe spend a 4th-round pick on a cornerback. I think our secondary is fine. You have to remember the secondary last year, which occasionally did not play that well. They were playing with very little pass rush. They got destroyed by the Packers because we couldn't get to Rodgers.
Exactly.
More so than any of their own shortcomings.
Yeah.
Problems getting pass rush all year.
Yeah, because when we had the Legion of Boom, we were getting pressure on those quarterbacks. What made our secondaries look good was our pass rush, and that's why when you and me have been saying it, good pass rush makes a secondary look great. When you're able to get pressure and sack the quarterbacks the way that you do, that's how your secondary is going to be good. And that's why we've been preaching that pass rush, and then obviously getting back to controlling the line of scrimmage, including on the offensive line. There's just so many ways that we just got to try to get back to controlling it. That's why teams like the 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs were able to, go back to the Super Bowl because of how much they were able to, control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So to me, the secondary is fine. Maybe bring in a new cornerback just to compete. Maybe bring in a 1st-round bust like Vernon Hargraves and see if he can develop a little bit under Pete Carroll. But to me, the secondary is fine. I think that the areas of concern for this team are mostly, at this point, we still need at least one more offensive lineman. We still need probably another edge rusher. Bruce Irvin is not going to be good enough by himself. And past that, I would mainly just continue to beyond the 2 lines, offensive and defensive line, I would say maybe we need to secure ourselves a little bit at running back and wide receiver just because we don't know who's going to be healthy for week 1. Although, I will say there have been some rumors that Josh Gordon might come back next year for the Seahawks, and if he does, that'll make people feel a lot better about our receivers.
I've heard
that. The pressure of getting the 3rd receiver.
Yeah, and then how well is DK Metcalf going to come in for, his sophomore season?
Yeah, I feel good about DK. I got no concerns about him and Lockett. Those 2 guys are going to be great, but if Josh Gordon is going to be here next year, then suddenly I think a lot of people are going to say we don't need another receiver. I've had people in my chats the last few weeks saying we should go get Stephon Diggs.
Diggs is in Buffalo now.
Yeah. We should go get Antonio Brown. We should go get A.J. Green. I think if Josh Gordon came back and he would not be very expensive, I think a lot of those people would say, never mind.
Yeah, Bill sent a farm to get freaking Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I was really happy we didn't touch that trade. And I'm not the only one. I was a little disappointed when I saw how easy it was for Arizona to get DeAndre Hopkins. And I was thinking to myself, could we have topped that trade? I kind of feel like maybe we could have. But I do not miss not getting Stephon Diggs at all.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about touching that one at all because I had a feeling it would have to cost us giving up a farm of draft picks, including a 1st-round pick. But man, some of these moves though, these moves have been a little crazy. And then people telling me they want to get Michael Bennett back. It's like I'm saying I don't want to touch Michael Bennett with a 6-foot pole because of how many times he jumps off sides a lot. He has that issue of jumping off sides and costing us. That's why we originally got rid of him in the first place because of all the offsides penalties he had.
Yeah, I don't know. I would prefer to certainly stay away from that. But if we wait much longer, that's going to be one of the few options still available to us.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, looking at what's left in free agency, we probably still need to get that other edge, and there are still guys out there, but I think the BJ Finney signing made me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
That made me feel like we're actually doing some things. We're actually being a little proactive. We're actually working towards maybe, improving on last year's team instead of just trying to bring everybody back. There was a couple of days there where it really felt like all we were doing was bringing back people from last year, and last year's product wasn't good enough. So I was getting frustrated with that. It's getting frustrating watching some of these really good players sign with other teams, guys like Dante Fowler, guys like Robert Quinn, although Robert Quinn got too much money for me to really miss him.
Jarrell Casey for a fourth round pick, man, to Denver. That would have been a great. I would have forked the fourth round pick for Jarrell Casey.
Right. And there's some other similar trades that have been made, some other signings. We've missed out on Bulaga and Conklin. Both those guys would have been great.
Yeah.
I really like Bulaga, and Bulaga got a very fair deal
with the Chargers.
Yeah, but we still have all our draft picks.
Yeah.
So a lot of the holes that we have right now, we can still address when we can still address whenever the draft happens. Hopefully in April, maybe later. We don't know right now.
It's still going on in April. It's just the public stuff in Vegas all got canceled. But when you miss on draft picks, is when the holes start showing. And that's why we have to begin to hit on draft picks again. Because when you hit on draft picks and fill the holes like that, that's when your team starts playing good again. I mean, if you miss on draft picks, then the holes are going to start appearing on the team, and it's going to be obvious.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reason why we're scrambling to get an edge rusher right now is because we missed on LJ Collier. We brought him in expecting him to be, the feature point of our defensive line, and he's shown us absolutely nothing. And the reality is, even if LJ Collier pans out, he's not a pass rusher. He was never a pass rusher in college. And we took him in the first round, and to me, there is nothing more wasteful than spending a first-round pick on a defensive end who runs stuffs. That's beyond that has a very limited value. So, and now we're seeing why we're paying for it, because we spent this money on Bruce Irvin. Maybe we'll spend this money on Clowney. We don't know yet. And even if we do that, I'm still going to say we need something else.
Yeah. And that's when we're going to have to attack the draft on it. I know my buddy Michael tried calling me about the breaking news. My buddy Michael Mathis, he was probably trying to call about the Bruce Irvin thing, but I've been doing a lot. I've been doing some videos with him too, and then I'm just glad we're back doing our thing again though too, because I'm anxious to get back to those previews. But draft day is going to be the big one that decides basically most of what we're trying to do with our team.
Yeah. So as for where we stand right now, I think the free agency has been so far. I'm not crazy about what we've done so far. I mean, the Jerron Reed signing, I didn't love it. I don't hate it. I'm pretty ambivalent on it. It was a short-term deal, which is good, but he's only really had one great year, and we're just betting on him being able to replicate that, which, who knows?
Yeah.
And hopefully he can do it, but if not, that signing will be regarded as a mistake. But we still have time to clean up after it. If we bring back Clowney, that'll help. If we bring in a guy like Marcus Golden, that's going to be very exciting to me. If we bring in a guy like Yannick, that'll be extremely exciting. So the story has not fully been told yet, but right now I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing on that offensive line. Right now we don't really have a right tackle. I think our starting right tackle going into next year would be Jamarco Jones, and it doesn't seem like he's got the skill set to play tackle in the NFL.
Not the ideal name, though. But what about this, man? I heard this rumor about us possibly trying to sign Isaiah Crowell, and I'm not a big fan of that because of, he's an injury-prone running back, much like C.J. Prosise, and it's just like, how much Seahawks fans want Prosise off the team, and then we got to, I don't know what's going to happen with Chris Carson and Rashad Penny with, our running back issue that we have with injuries, and then because you know how we had to bring back Marshawn Lynch, and what's going to happen in the running back situation with us?
Well, I don't know right now. My inclination would be just find cheap labor at running back, go get an undrafted free agent rookie, go get somebody off the scrap heap, go get somebody who just knows how to hold on to the football and, you know, is a smart player. I don't need the most talented running back. Just don't give a bunch of money to a guy like Isaiah Crowell. Don't give a bunch of money to a guy like, you know, there was a rumor at some point we might trade for Le'Veon Bell. I hate things like that.
I hate that too.
You almost never get your money's worth when you do things like that. So I think that the best way to deal with our running back situation would be to draft a rookie or get somebody cheap and just try to find somebody who can hold down the fort, because the reality is we do have one running back on the roster who has proven to be very good, if for the most part, outside of his fumbles. We do have another guy who's a first-round pick. We don't need to be spending more assets to bring in more running backs.
No, we don't. Also, another rumor I've seen, I know he got franchise tagged by the Ravens, and I've heard you've been talking about his name before, though, too, but what would be the possibilities of the Seahawks possibly making a trade for Judon from the Ravens?
Yeah, that might be a little more reasonable. The issue with Judon that I've been finding lately is that a lot of his sacks and a lot of his pressures come when he's unblocked. Yeah. So I don't know if he's going to be able to make the move to defensive end, because he's an outside linebacker in Baltimore. It's a lot easier to get unblocked when you're an outside linebacker. So I'm a little concerned about that, but he is good, and we could probably get him for like a second-round pick, honestly. So
yeah,
I would definitely be interested in that, maybe making some sort of trade where we get Judon and give up one of our second-round picks. You know, very good chance we use one of our second-round picks on a defensive end anyway, so we may as well get a veteran like Judon. I would be okay with that. I wouldn't be jumping up and down out of my seat, but it looks all right. It would be all right to me. He's definitely one of the options that is still open to us.
And if the Ngakoue thing happens?
Yeah, if the Ngakoue thing happens, that could transform our defense, even if we don't bring back Clowney, because Ngakoue is very possibly one of the elite defensive ends in football, and he's a finisher. He's a dude who can get a lot of sacks. He's a dude who can actually finish the play as well as disrupt the play.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like is giving up a first-round pick, though, on that one, and exchanging and changing second-round picks. That's just one thing that's hitting on that one for me personally. But I think, did we cover everything?
Yeah, that's really all I got.
All right, guys. So that's me and Brendon coming out here with our thoughts so far on free agency. Make sure you also sub up Brendon Nelson's channel, and if you're new, make sure you hit that like button, sub up my channel, hit the bell for notifications, and then also make sure you do the same for Brendon too. Brendon, thank you for coming on and doing this with me really quick.
All right, no problem.
All right, until next one. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous, and as always, go Seahawks.